G'day guys and welcome to the NFL Wildcard Picks. The Chiefs have the bye this week and the nearest jersey I could find was a Ravens one. So I've got the Ravens, rocking the Ravens as they take on the Steelers this week. Let's preview all these wildcard games and get into my picks. Last week, in the final week of the season, I went 13-3, 13 from 16, a pretty good record overall to end the season for the regular season. Now it's time to get serious with the playoffs. It's starting with the Houston Texans, who will host the LA Chargers. Coming into this, the LA Chargers have had a great defense. They've been playing well. The Texans have been playing okay, but not that great. They're still a team that can shake things up, but their injuries this year have been pretty bad, and it's going to be a struggle, in my opinion, for the Houston Texans to win this because the Chargers are a more complete team. They've had rookies like Ladd McConkey really impressing, and Justin Herbert's had a pretty good season overall, and that defense has really stepped up when they need it. I'm expecting the LA Chargers to win their first playoff game in a while here. I think they'll win by 6 points. It's good to see Jim Harbaugh lead this team to success after some struggles in a while. Good to see another team come out of two teams come out of the AFC West as well. I am going to go with the Chargers to win by 6 points. Next up, it is Lamar Jackson hosting the Pittsburgh Steelers as the Baltimore Ravens will take on Pittsburgh, an AFC North rivalry game, an elimination game. I think it's the 6 seed versus the 3 seed. As for this one, the Steelers beat them earlier in the year. The Ravens beat them well a couple of weeks ago. And as for this game, I just don't see Baltimore losing. I think their combinations have been really, really good. And their offense is just getting better and better and harder to stop. And although I think Pittsburgh are known as that team that have a decent defense, I think they haven't been great the last couple of weeks. And I think they've shown some signs of shakiness. So I am actually going to go the Baltimore Ravens to win by 14 plus here. I'm going to go with the margin of 14 in this one. I feel like they're going to be way too good for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I don't think this game will get too high scoring, something like a 27-13. If the Ravens do score 40-50 points here, watch out for them in these playoffs. Next up, it is the Buffalo Bills taking on the Denver Broncos in Buffalo. And the Buffalo Bills, they love a choke in the playoffs. They've been playing some very good ball, but they have had some shaky moments in the back half of the year. For the most part, they're fully healthy, and this is a big game for them against a Denver team who've had a great season from rookie Bo Nix, from Cortland Sutton. There are a lot of weapons within the Denver Broncos, and we saw that last week against the Chiefs. When the Chiefs threw that game, it was the way the Broncos just flogging them, but the Chiefs were not trying. They had no starters. They didn't want the Bengals there, but the Broncos can't go into this one. The Bills can't go into this one overthinking because they know how good they are, but they can't think that because the Broncos are going to make this tough for them. But I do have the Buffalo Bills advancing and eliminating the Denver Broncos in a close-ish game. I'm expecting the Bills to win by 12 points. Next up, it is the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Green Bay Packers at Philly. Now, Jordan Love is under an injury cloud for this one after Malik Willis came in and lost the Packers that game the other day. They lost to the Bears. They lost the previous week. So they're not going in much momentum-wise to the playoffs. And that's unfortunate for Green Bay, who've had a fantastic season. But I think even though Jalen Hurts, again, is under an injury cloud but highly likely to play, I think the Eagles' defense is going to be too much for the Packers. I think they'll win this game. I think Jalen may just play, but I don't think he'll be at his best in this one. I'm expecting the Philadelphia Eagles to eliminate the Green Bay Packers and win the game by 9 points. Next up, this is going to be a cracking game between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Washington Commanders. You've got Baker Mayfield, Mike Evans, Bucky Irving had a great season this year, taking on this Commanders team who have had Austin Eckler, they've had Terry McLaurin, and then you've got Jaden Daniels steering the ship at the back. He has been absolutely fantastic had an amazing rookie season, and here is his moment to truly shine. As we know, rookies do kind of struggle in the playoffs. This is a big moment for his career. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers offense has been so hard to stop, and Washington don't have the best defense, but something just tells me that the winner of this game is going to be the Washington Commanders. They are going to knock off the Bucs in Tampa Bay. They have had an amazing season. They just find ways to win, and that's what they're going to do in this game. It's going to be incredibly tight, but I am going to go the Commanders to win by 7 points. And then finally, from LA, it is the LA Rams taking on the Minnesota Vikings. The Vikings have to head to LA after finishing in the 5th seed, blown out by the Lions, and it's a worry because the Lions have been competitive, but they've leaked a lot of points in their games because they don't have a defense right now. And the Vikings just couldn't score on Minnesota defense Detroit defense that wasn't that good. Whereas the Rams find ways to get it done, and especially at home, they put up big scores. Even in losses, they put up big scores. So I'm worried about the Vikings. They've had a fantastic season. They've got great receivers. Sam Darnold has a great season. Now he's under pressure. Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua, Cooper Kupp, these experienced players are going to make it very tough for the Vikings. There is part of my head that tells me to go with the Rams. My heart, it says to go with the Vikings. I don't know who to pick here. This is going to be a shootout. I'm going to go with the Rams. I think that they have been pretty hot at the right time when they've had their players come back from injury and be fully healthy. I think Kyron Williams is going to be tough to contain on that Vikings defense, and I think that the Rams are going to get it done in a thriller by 3 points. Those are my tips for the NFL wildcard this weekend. Enjoy your football. Let me know in the comments who your pick is to win the Super Bowl and who you're picking for these wildcard matches. If you're new around here, subscribe to the channel. I'll be back to a Chiefs jersey for you guys next week. I own plenty of NFL jerseys, so if you want to see a video about the NFL jerseys that I own, please leave a comment as well. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.